will soon be time for staff to renew their ID cards for the new year. This video will guide you through the admin process for managing the renewals. From HOPS, you'll need to browse to the Services menu in the left-hand menu, and then expand the HOPS ID Cards option and go to ID Cards Admin. The page will land naturally on the Live ID Cards tab. You'll need to go to the Generate Cards tab in the same way that you do when you're generating an ID card for a new user. The renewal is just another method of generating a new ID card. It doesn't actually matter that it's a renewal or whether it's the first card a person's ever had. So you could easily achieve the renewals by just picking names from the list in the way that you normally do, or ticking names from this list and pressing generate. It would generate them a new card, and that's all the renewal process is going to do. But the Renewals tab is laid out in a more friendly way for managing renewals. Here's a list of all the staff who have not yet had a renewal, their current card status, which hopefully most staff will have, and then two coloured columns here, Department Confirmation and Details Checked. Department Confirmation shows how many department managers have confirmed that that person still actually does do work in their department. It enables you to make sure that you only give an ID card to people who are actually still doing productive work, and that people who are not actually actively working anymore don't manage to serve through obtaining an ID card and all the benefits that that brings without actually contributing some work to the organisation. So the number of departments that have confirmed the person will be shown in this column, and as long as it's greater than 0, it'll be shown in green, because we only care that it's either 0 or 1 or more. It doesn't no extra points for if it's 2 or 3 or 4. The second column shows the last time the person's details were checked, and if they were checked within the last 3 months, the background will be green, and the date and time that they confirmed they were up to date will be shown. Separate videos are available for users showing them how to confirm their details are up to date, and for heads of department showing them how to do department confirmation. Where a person has been both confirmed as working in a department and has confirmed their details are up to date within the last 3 months, so both columns are green, there will automatically be a tick in the right-hand column. And the ticks show who's going to have an ID card generated when we press the Generate Cards button. But that does mean that if there was anybody who HOPS hadn't automatically put the tick in for, that we wanted to receive a new card or for a new card to be generated, we can just manually tick extra boxes, that's no problem. And if there was a person that HOPS had ticked that for some reason we didn't actually want to have a new ID card, we can just manually untick, that's absolutely fine. The pre-placing of ticks in the tick box is just to help you out, because in most circumstances, at least on this renewal page, once people have done these two things, been confirmed as working in a department and have confirmed their details are up to date, it's probable that you'll want to generate a new ID card for them. So, provided you don't want to do too much of that manual ticking of boxes, the administrator's task is really just to come to this Renewals tab once a week or so, have a quick look down it to make sure there's no anomalies that we want to manually edit, and then press the Generate Cards tab. And everybody who had a tick in the box will now have had a new card generated for them. Everybody who hasn't yet had a renewal will remain in this list. You can see that the cards have been generated in exactly the same way that you normally do by looking at the Generated Cards tab, and it's still necessary to do the approval part of the process as well. And on some railways that's done by the same person, on some railways it's done by a different person, but exactly the same as any other generated card, it'll be necessary to come to this page, tick the cards or use the tick all button, and then press approve, and the cards will then be approved, and then they'll be physically produced and distributed either directly to the users or to the address that you've set up in the configuration options for the competence element. So just to confirm, a renewal is just another method of generating a card. HOPS doesn't actually mind or care whether the person's already got one or not. All it understands is that a new card has been generated. Apart from that, if the person does already have a card, the new card won't actually be sent to them until about 4 weeks before their current card expires. This is to minimise the time for which a person has two valid cards. especially in circumstances where an ID card obtains commercial benefit in shops and cafes and things like that, but still provides plenty of time that if a person doesn't receive their card because it's lost in the post or something like that, that there's enough time for us to either recreate it or for another one to be ordered, and they can still get it before their old card expires. The cards are then just produced in the normal way, in the same way that they always have been. Whatever element settings you've set up will be how the new cards will be produced. We're running an additional service this year for organisations that are making use of the spot report system, whereby we will insert into the envelope with the ID card a spot report reminder prompt card. If you're interested in this additional service, please give us a ring. Based on the number of users you've got, we'll tell you what the price is going to be. That's all there is to it. Thank you very much indeed for watching. We hope that the ID card system continues to be useful. If anyone has any queries or questions, if you're an advanced HOPS member, you can raise a support ticket and we'll do our best to help you. If you're a basic HOPS member, as this is a paid-for service that HOPS provides, you are welcome to email in. We'll do our best to help you out. Thank you very much.